What is up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome back to this commentary playthrough of Final Fantasy VII. This might be the final session that I'm recording for this game, and all of that is dependent on whether or not I can defeat Ruby Weapon in this session. Now, I will preface this by saying, much like the battle with Emerald Weapon, I don't know anything about Ruby Weapon. I ran into it once by accident, and of course it wiped me out instantly. The only thing that I do know is that I think it takes out two of your characters, so you actually have to face Ruby Weapon solo. So that is like the extent of my knowledge about it. I don't know how much HP it has, I don't know what its attacks are, and all that kind of stuff. So we're just going to have to figure it out as we go along, like I did with Emerald Weapon. So without much further ado, I'm going to go in, and I'm going to try and fight it. With me, it's always the same process. I'm going to go in blind, I'm going to fight it, I'm going to lose, I'm going to try and learn something from that, and we're just going to keep repeating that process until hopefully I can figure out whether it's possible or not. So much like it was with Emerald Weapon, if let's say I've had like 10 attempts, 15 attempts, and it's literally going nowhere, and it feels like we definitely need to change something, or I'm just not figuring it out, it will be the case that I have to probably go in and see what kind of moves it has, what AI it has, etc. Then I'll go back to the drawing board and see if with this newfound information I can win. So that's what happened with Emerald Weapon. Once I found out how that big attacks work, that air tam attack, then I was able to kind of work around that and improve some of my weak materials, and then I was able to defeat Emerald Weapon. So I don't know if it follows the same process, but the last resort will be to kind of look up strategies, look up cheap tactics, and all that kind of stuff to defeat Ruby Weapon. So I'm pretty sure there's ways in which you can like use Omnislash or Knights of the Round and have them like do it 8 times back to back or something like that and just wipe it out. But that's going to be like last resort. For now, we're going to go in naturally, see what we can do, and just go from there. So, for Emerald Weapon, I had the whole thing about I didn't want to equip too many materia because I felt like that could be seriously detrimental. Now, I don't think that Ruby Weapon has the same issue, so I feel like I can have as many materials as I want, but I'm not obviously sure, so we'll have to see. Okay, so I've got 9,000 HP. 4 times cut, counter, which I'll try to use with mine once again. So I'll swap that around, I'll see if I can get a similar kind of thing. I mean, worst comes to worst, you're going to get a free buff or a free heal as well, so it's either going to be 4 times cut or a free heal, or a buff, so I feel like it's not that bad. Got my enemy skills. I've got this just in case like I can double cast. Let me change that to Quadra Magic. We'll do that. For stuff like Protect, Haste and all that, I'll just use Big Guard instead. So I think I'll go in with something like this for now and just see how things are changing. Now, I don't know if the character that's left in the battle is completely random, or if maybe I should kill off the other 2 so there's only one choice anyway. I'll need some attempts to see how that's going to work. Right, let's head into battle and see what's going to happen. Oh god, I have to use the airship. Fine. That's how I got it last time. I crashed into it with the airship. What the f... And there it is. Okay, so the first thing we've got to find out is, are the 2 characters that die random? Doing 0 damage, that's a good start. Excellent. Okay, so Whirl Sand. Cloud is gone. So this means I have to keep repeating this until Cloud remains. Yeah, it seems like I don't know if it's the two side characters that disappear from this, so you just position them in the middle, maybe. So Barrett is all that's left, and so it prevents escape with that, obviously. And you can attack these as well. Okay. Let's just see how long we can survive with regen. Oh, MP drain. Nice. Oh. So yeah, we are going to need ribbon here. That's the thing. 3,000. I just about survived. No, I don't think. I mean, at least I'm not seeing like 7, 8, 9,000 damages appearing, so that's something. Okay. Ah, but I can't change the order here. Oh wait, no I can. Good. So just a punt, I feel like maybe the person in the middle might be the person that always gets to have the one-on-one. Now... oh god, Cloud is gone. So twice in a row, Barrett's been the only one left. Okay, so for the first time I got it to pull back those thingies, but do I go back down to 0 damage now? Okay, I don't. So yes, obviously I made a mistake with my fire materia, but we're still experimenting here. But I mean, even... but even the fact that I'm doing this little damage is annoying. Well, I'm healing it, but even though I'm healing it this little, it's still... not a good sign. I need to see how much damage Angamax is going to do against the main body. Yeah, it didn't take long for those things to reappear. Sucks. What? Why did it do so much damage? That doesn't make sense. Either it takes away like a random percentage or something. That's bullshit. I went down to like 500, it took away like 95% of my maximum. Okay, that's fair. So let me fix this materia, put it on the weapon instead of the armor, as it should have been. At least if Barrett survives this time, I'll be able to see if Ruby Flame is something that can be avoided. To any extent. I doubt it. It's probably, even though it's called Ruby Flame, it's probably non-elemental. It looks like fire, but it probably isn't. But if it is, that might be a little bonus, because it does seem to use it very frequently when the tentacles are out. Okay, this is the first time Cloud has been left in a one-on-one. That's good. Alright, here we go. Now the battle truly begins, I guess. 5,600, thank you for that. Ouch. So this time he's using all his big moves on me. Well done for countering with the X potion, that was nice. Counter mime is pretty cool, I gotta say. Okay, just use your comet then, huh? It's just a shame that it doesn't renew. Like, if it did that, that would be a really big bonus, but it runs out so quickly. Just Comet 2 over and over again, huh? That's how you're going to play it. Weird. I still got the big guard, somehow, even though the bars have disappeared. So when we're defensive, we're going to get a lot of, like, a lot of bad counter-attacks, but... I've got to use Omni Slash, so he's got to do something. It's going to do 0 damage, but... I don't know if I have to trigger the tentacles or I just have to wait for it. Just keep swinging. Ah, it can counter with Omni Slash multiple times. So when it's his own... Okay, well that's interesting. I didn't know it could do that. Obviously we'd seen that he can't mimic anyone else's limit break, but he can do his own ones over and over again. So I guess this is one of like the exploit kind of things that you can have. Wow. Missed 3 out of 4. I still seem to have magic barrier. I don't know why, but I do. And it's refusing to use the tentacle still. Not sure what I need to do for that to happen. I haven't used any hero drinks at all since I started. I'm curious about them. I don't know if they increase your stats until the end of the battle, or if it's literally just temporary for like a minute or 2 or whatever. So we'll have to see. He's going to use the second one now. I've got to use something else to stop him spamming that as a counter. There we go. Okay, so let's see if the magic barrier is still there. Okay, he's taking less damage, noticeably less damage. But as you can see, the tentacles aren't out, so I'm still doing 0 damage. I'm just confused. I don't know what I need to do here. Yeah, I'm taking half the damage, so I think hero drinks increase your stats by 25% every time you use one. So if there was ever a battle in which you wanted to use one, it's probably this. Gotta use the Omni Slash again. I need to stop countering with this. I'm really not sure what the mechanics of the tentacles are. What a strange boss battle. But on the other hand, I want to see what happens to this hero drink thing. Is the damage going to go back up? That's clearly percentage based. Okay, is it finally time? Yes, okay. Now, let's see. Is it better to go attackingly or to just live with it? Yeah, I mean, given that it can do that much in one go, I've got to figure out how that works. Ultima. This was really bad timing. You hang on in this battle for all this time, and then you get that back to back. That's really shit. But here we go. Gonna get myself a few of these. It's a nice bonus. But I think the hero drinks are probably gone. Oof. Doing way more damage now. Wow, just so many big attacks back to back. It's crushing me with the magic moves. There we go. So I spent all that time surviving, but now I'm just getting pounded. Ultimas and shadow flares and attacks that take like 90% of your full health. Getting abused. Oh god. We'll hero drink it up again. Okay, we're hanging in there. And now I recover with the next potion, surely. Alright, good. So maybe that's some kind of counter that I've got to adapt here. I've just got to have a counter heal kind of thing. I don't know. Oh, you've got to stop doing that. That attack is really nasty. It's very difficult to fight with it. So I'm going to unleash an Omni Slash on those two tentacles right about now. Okay, that's much, much better. Now, let's see how much damage Omni Slash is doing to these guys. The other one didn't even attack, I think. The one that takes away MP. Okay. Surely that's taken them out now. And I'm going to be countering with Omni Slash as well against Ruby Weapon. So that's good. But they're still alive, I think. No, they're not. Okay, good. I've lost the chance of the Omni Slash counter now, but... Okay. Now is when I really need to unload and get some damage in, but it's just so weak and I miss so many of the hits, it's really annoying. Let's see how powerful it is against something like Comet. Yeah, doing like 1,500 to 3,000 damage at a time is not going to wear this thing down very quickly. So that, oh my god. Okay. I mean, it's almost forcing you to rely on your limits, man. Or you've got to use a different character, someone that has some different kind of mechanics here. So Cloud might not be the best option to fight Ruby Weapon. I'm trying to think, it's probably Yuffie is the character that has the best chance. But obviously Cloud being 10 levels higher is a big advantage, but we'll just see how it goes. I just want to unleash an Omni Slash before the tentacles come up, just so I can see how much damage I'm doing. That's comically low damage though. Comet 2 doing 60 per hit. What kind of insane magic defense stat is that? That's madness. I think I was hitting Emerald for like, I don't know, like 1,500 or something like that at least per hit. That's insane. Okay. Right, tentacles are coming back. I might get hit with that tentacle straight away again, so... Yep. I'm just going to unleash an Omni Slash against... Okay, Shadow Flare does way less damage now. That's good. Still missing all the time, which is really, really bad. But I just want that limit break so I can test. It's incredible evasion. So again, maybe a weapon that has better accuracy as well could definitely help. Okay. Omni Slash coming up. And after this Omni Slash, because I've got a bit of regen, I think, I'm not going to heal for a little while. Oh no, regen's gone. Didn't take long. But yeah, I'm going to make sure I counter with Omnislash against Ruby Weapon as well, just so I can see how that works. If I can get myself into a pattern of doing that, then I feel like that could be a way of pushing through. Because the odds are really, really stacked against me here. Basically can't use magic attackingly at all. Most of your physical hits miss. And these things keep spawning. So I'm not going to do anything right now. I'm just going to wait. I want to get a counter attack here. Or two. This one's the most damaging one. That's really annoying. But we counter with Omnislash. Okay, let's see. First time Omnislash versus Ruby Weapon. What are we doing? Oh my god. Yeah, we're not going anywhere with this. Okay, so this means that Cloud is pretty much not the person to be fighting Ruby with. I think that's pretty clear. We've got to find someone that can do more damage. Someone whose magic is not dependent. Someone whose damage is not dependent on, like, just raw stats. So I'm going to let Cloud die here. I'm going to regroup. Okay, so the first thing that I've concluded from a first legit battle with Ruby is that Cloud is not the man for the job here. We're going to be using Yuffie instead, because his ultimate weapon is just not going to be doing enough damage. We're going to be making use of the Conformer's kind of ability to damage enemies much more easily, and that should hopefully help to get some damage against Ruby Weapon. So I'm going to be setting Yuffie up in the same way that I set Cloud up, and we're going to be putting her into battle, and we're going to see what happens. Okay, so Yuffie has less HP than Cloud naturally, so she's going to need some more. So we don't need this anymore, like Quadra Magic, Comet and stuff. I don't feel like that's of any use to me, because it just does so little damage. She doesn't need long range either. So yeah, let's get the second HP plus on there. Let's make her a powerhouse. Because Yuffie and Riku share some similarities with how they battle and that kind of stuff. This reminded me of like those Riku solo battles in Final Fantasy X. Okay, so that gets her to quad 9. So 2 of these get her to quad 9. That's good. Counter Mime, I'm still not sure about that. Magic Plus, I feel like is... yeah, I guess for healing it could help. So fine. What else? There's got to be something here that can help me get a little bit more damage or something. I'll get a W item on there. You never know. Okay, so this time Yuffie is ready to go. She's got the Conformer, of course. That's like the main reason why we're using Yuffie here. The 4th Bracer, I feel like it has a really good combination of magic defense being 100 compared to all those like shadow flares and shit we've got to deal with. And we've got 112% attack, which is pretty much the same as everyone else. That's not really going to make a difference. I'm still going to miss a lot of attacks. We've got Ribbon, of course, and I'm going to use her level 3 Limit Break, so that should hopefully do a little bit of damage as well. And I've got 4 times Cut, so hopefully every time I do make contact I'll be doing decent damage. And yeah, we'll see from there. So I've got like lots of pink materia again here. 2 HP pluses. I've still got the counter mime thing going. I feel like that does more good than harm. Final attack revive. Magic plus 50%, I thought maybe for the healing it will help. Luck plus 40, and I've got my restore here as well. So I'll give it a go with this, and hopefully I can get a one-on-one battle between Yuffie and Ruby as well. And then we'll really see if we can do some damage. Okay, so this is probably like attempt 10, 11 overall, with only one serious attempt made because Cloud was the final one left. So we're still waiting for that attempt where Yuffie's going to get a chance to potentially fight here. Until then, we just have to keep resetting until we get the one we want. Might as well get the heroes drinks in early, in case it actually ends up working. I just want to see if Barrett takes himself out as well before this move. I never managed to take them out before that. I think I'm going to try and KO them before we start. Oh, Barrett's been taken this time. Okay, cool. Finally. Let's get the hero drinks in. Again. And this is about as strong as Yuffie's going to get in this battle. And we have a limit break as well. So yes, unleash those stupid tentacles so I can take them out. Doom of the Living. Go, go, go. Go, Yuffie, go. Okay, not too bad. I'm not sure if it's enough to take them out, but... hard to tell. Okay, it is. Let's wait for the counter here. We'll see how much damage it does against Ruby. Or what, you just recast them immediately? Oh, come on. Come on. That's some BS. Can't immediately recast them. So let's see who she uses it on. This is important. Yeah, so it's back to these guys. That's good. I really wonder how much HP these have. I think the luck plus 40 is helping with these extra criticals as well, which is nice. Pull them away. Yes. Alright, I'll continue to wait and hope that this time you actually attack Yuffie instead of getting those tentacles back out. There you go. Oof. Yeah, okay. So no damage there. That's not going to work. So I guess for her limit break, like the whole, the mechanics of her weapon don't apply. But at least it's good to take out those other tentacle things. So now we've got to see how we do with the 4x cut. $2,000. Why is it such little damage though? This thing is a level 99. That doesn't make sense. Shouldn't she be hitting like maximum damage against it? Isn't that how this should work? I think after the 4 hero drinks she's not missing either, which is good. But it's weird. Like Cloud is already doing the same amount of damage. I thought that was the whole point of this weapon. I guess I'll keep the pressure on with this and just see how we do. Every time I get a limit break, I'll try and use it on the tentacles and I'll just keep like prodding away with this. See how that goes. I think regen is good for now. It should keep me alive. Unless it really turns into a spam. Doom of the Living. On these mofos. So every time they appear, if I can just completely get rid of them, then that's definitely going to make a difference. Get the regen back on. Okay. And then head back to 4x cut. So I mean, I guess I'm chipping away here, but again, I don't know how much HP it has. I think Emerald Weapon ended up being 1,000,000. I looked it up after I won. I don't know if Ruby's the same. I mean, if it is 1,000,000, this is going to take like 3 hours. There's got to be a way to get 4x cut and to get maximum damage at the same time. There has to be something. I feel like the hero thing might have worn off now as well. I'm not fully sure. I mean, I'm still taking the same amount of damage, which leads me to think maybe not, but I'm missing a lot more. See, I wasn't missing like this before, so I think the drink might have worn off. I feel like it's just pushing you to be cheap, man. It's pushing you to find cheap ways to do damage. Doesn't seem like there's much else available. Okay, that's redundant. This is not redundant. Okay. So I mean, this pattern is working fine for me right now. These guys aren't even getting a turn. Okay, so this is the first time that these guys have appeared while I'm not ready. So I'm missing these as well. Really? At least when I hit, it's a quad 9. That's something. Okay, plenty of hits here. Yeah, there's just such a wild gulf in damage between how much I can hit these and how hard I can hit Ruby. It's a little bit annoying. Okay, so it turns out, I just checked on my phone, that Ruby is at level 59. So that's why her thing is not doing that much damage. Which is a bit of a shame. I'm surprised that Ruby's at level 59. I guess it doesn't really matter, but I think maybe they made it level 59 so that Yuffie can't exploit it too much. So it seems like Emerald Weapon is the weapon where the Conformer works best. That's a shame. So who the hell is going to be able to do the big damage against this thing? I feel like the next best option is probably Vincent. But how many enemies you've got to kill to be able to hit quad 9 against Ruby? I have no idea. This is a big move. Not big enough, though. It's good that it doesn't attack Ruby, but it still attacks these tentacles, because they were the last thing that it attacked, I think. That's good. 3 misses, 4 misses. Wonderful. So basically, this identical battle, but being able to do, like, quad 9 damage every time you actually make a hit, then basically this battle's over, but I'm not sure. I mean, I think for the sake of this battle I need to look up how much damage this is doing, because if it has like 3 million HP, I'm not going to continue here, because it's going to take me about 4 hours based on how it's going right now, so I need to look up Ruby Weapon's HP. Okay, 800,000 apparently, that's not terrible. The fact that it's less than Emerald Weapon gives me a little bit of hope. I mean, I think it can't kill me, but I can kill it, and I've got more than enough items to get through this, so I've got a good feeling about this one. So Doom of the Living apparently hits 15 times, it's about 4,500 damage, and I guess when you throw in the criticals I still think it's more powerful. So if I'm in a situation where I'm countering with Doom of the Living, I should probably just keep that. But this is going to hit... Yeah, Doom of the Living is going to hit the wrong... Yeah, so I have to do this. Otherwise it's going to keep hitting Ruby Weapon instead, which is not what we want. So, yeah. Oh no, that was the one attack I didn't want. I might be dead now. And I'm just missing as well. Yeah, that was not very clutch at all. Yeah, 4 misses at the worst possible time. 5 in a row. Yeah, 5 misses in a row. Yeah, I missed 9 out of 10 hits. And it's over. Okay, I need to find a way to do more damage anyway. Oh wait, sorry, I forgot about this. Wow, it's been so long in this battle that I completely forgot that I had this. Wow. I think this is the second time I've used it. But again, my hero things have gone as well. Ah, shit. Yeah, I took way more damage now. Shit. Yeah, look at how much less damage I'm doing now. Because I've run out of hero drinks as well. I'm screwed. But I think this will be a good excuse to regroup and find a way to do more damage, because at the moment we're doing okay. I've got the battle under control mostly, but I need a way to maximize my damage output better than what I currently have. I might go to Barrett and see how much damage I can do if I have like really nice maxed out AP stuff on his weapon. That plus the hero drinks might give me what I need. And Anger Max I think does enough damage to take out the two tentacles as well. So next up will be Barrett trying to take this thing down. Everyone's having their own individual go. Okay, so now is Barrett's turn to give Ruby Weapon a go, and his ultimate weapon does damage based on the amount of AP that is equipped on it. So the more like big mastered material you have equipped on it, the more damage he can do. So I feel like this is a pretty decent effort in terms of the stuff that I've got on there. 92,000. Okay, so I can swap these two for even more. Hold on. So I'm going to do pretty much exactly the same thing I did with Yuffie, but I'm going to use Barrett this time. And if I can apply the same strategy but be able to do a lot more damage, then I feel like Ruby Weapon is within my sights. So I will give this a go and see what happens. I think one thing I might do is use the W item glitch to give myself a few more hero drinks. Because I feel like, because once you die once, your damage output will fall by quite a bit. So I feel like, especially in a battle like this, having more hero drinks, like farming some hero drinks, would be a very good idea. So, of course, I've got a time save. If there's a possibility for me to save time, then I'm definitely going to take it instead of grinding it out. So, let's go. So I can be revived up to about 5 times, so I'm just going to have like about this many, and I think I'm done here. I don't need to mess around with anything else. Okay, so it's doing 999 to these guys, so that's a good sign. And I think it's doing that regardless of the amount of defense that it has. I'm not 100% sure, so we'll check against Ruby Weapon. I think it's not directly proportional to damage. I think it's to do with the weapon's power. So it's not like if he has 100,000 AP, it will guaranteed do quad 9 damage. It just means that it will have an attack power of a certain number, which is much higher than what it normally would be, for example. So I'm hoping it's definitely going to be stronger than Yuffie's weapon. It needs to be, otherwise we're kind of back to square one again and we have to find out how to do damage once more. Okay, here we go. Ruby! So I think, okay, what I'm going to try here is to kill off the other 2 characters to start with. Maybe that bypasses this whole thing and he automatically uses the tentacles. That might be better. See, against Yuffie, I think it did half. I think it's related to materia again, most likely. That tentacle that hits you probably does more damage based on the number of materia you have or something like that. It's doing like 90%, 95% damage to the people that have their correct materia setups, but for people who don't, it does less damage. So that's the one thing you've got to watch out for. It's kind of annoying that you can't make double cut, or the 4 times cut, hit the same enemy. So like if I can make it hit the same tentacle every time, then I can knock it out guaranteed. But I can't with this one, it's kind of randomized, so it's a bit annoying. Okay. So this time we're starting the battle just as a one-on-one, and we'll see how that changes things, if at all. Yeah, okay, cool. Just got to make sure we stay alive with that tentacle attack. We're going to get a limit break soon, so I'll be ready for it, hopefully. 280 MP. Well, let's see how much damage 4 times cut is doing to this, to these guys. Quad 9s. That's what I like to see. But obviously we're missing a lot as well. Okay, so now it's doing half damage again. That's not bad. Make sure I'm well protected here. Once I take out the tentacles, then I'll start using the hero drinks and stuff. But for now... I'm just hoping stuff like Angamax will do a lot of damage as well. Okay. 1 Angamax coming up. Yeah, still missing a lot. At least when I do hit though, I'm doing big damage. Come on. Okay, still not doing a lot of damage. At least it's hitting all of them, I guess. That's something. It's going to do even less damage to Ruby Weapon, so that's not going to be great. 878. Even with all of this AP, I'm still not doing a lot of damage. What kind of ridiculous defense stat is that? Seriously. Oh god. X potion. I have no idea why that's the case, but okay. 4 hero drinks and an Angamax later. What happens? Again, comical damage. Pretty much exactly the same as Yuffie. How does that make any sense? We're doing pretty much exactly the same damage no matter what we do. That's bullshit, man. Okay, so I've got like the shadow flare. Okay, so when I hit 2,800 is not so bad. That's a little better. It's about 50% more than Yuffie was managing. If I could get all 4 hits consistently, then at least that's like 12, 15,000 damage a pop. Then you can get to 800 in a reasonable amount of time. But it's going to be a slog, man. Let me see. I'm curious about stuff like Shadow Flare. I want to know how much it does. Because I think Shadow Flare ignored defense. I think that was something that was interesting about it. Nope. So much for ignoring defense. See, that's not too bad. 2,800, that's manageable. But if I'm doing 5,000 per attack, and I've got to get to 800,000, that's just so much. I've heard about this like Lucky Sevens thing. I feel like this is one of those battles where if you manage to do it, I think every single hit that you do does quad 7 damage. So I guess when you do something like that, then it's then the battle becomes much, much, much shorter and you just blitz it out. But for me, I'm probably going to be doing it the long way. I think I'll try and make this attempt the 1, even if it's going to take like an hour and a half. I think I'm going to do it. Okay, back on the attack after taking some time to get the hero drinks back. Oh, that's such bad timing. I need to get rid of these fucking tentacles. That one tentacle with that 9,300, that percentage-based annoying-ass attack. Seriously. I think... Oh, okay. It did it on the person that's not dead. Okay. I thought that was going to be a wasted move. Great. Yeah, so it's just doing this constantly now. Okay, I'm going to have to see how I can live with the tentacles. I'll put regen on again. And I'll just... I'll attack Ruby Weapon. What can I do? I'm not going to play this game of constantly having to take out the tentacles and bring it back and whatever. When I get a limit break I will, but if I don't have a limit break I'm going to be on the attack. This battle's taken a very, very long time. Wow, I've got 2 in? Come on man, that's not fair. I just used an elixir for time there. I thought that maybe that extra split second will make a difference. You've got to hit at least twice, man. You've got to do it. And my regen ran out as well. Oh, you fuckers, man. Yeah. So if you try and play the game of while the tentacles are out, I'm just going to go all-out attack anyway. There's too many times when it does the spike move, and then Ruby Ray follows it up, and you can't deal with it, so... It's not good, man. I don't have much choice but to keep doing what I'm doing here, otherwise I'm going to die. Basically, another variant of this would be, instead of using the items, you just use regen and cure 3 and all that kind of stuff, but it doesn't really matter. And then you just use elixirs when you run out of MP. So they're two different ways to basically do the same thing. Can't remember how many times I've taken these tentacles out now. I honestly feel like I probably should have done 800,000 damage by now, but for some reason I haven't yet. There you go. See, if that happened every time, this battle would have been over by now. But unfortunately, it isn't. But yeah, it's not giving you any time. So this must mean surely is very low on HP. I just got to stay on the attack. I'm closing in now. I'm going to wait until the right tentacle does a spike move, so that I know it's not going to hit me straight away with that afterwards. And I can charge my limit gauge in the meantime. Okay, now I can head back to this. So all three of them got a turn in there before my counter kicked in, which was interesting. Great, that's a really, really great time to miss 3 hits. Come on, man. Ah! Again, for speed, I just pressed the elixirs, man. Again, just missing everything. I felt like if I took another split second I was going to die, so I just went for it. Wow. How does it get those moves back to back? What about my counter? What is this even based on? How does that even work? That makes no sense. That hasn't happened like once. That's a fucking shitty game over, man. Fuck that. That's one of the worst game overs I think I've ever had. I actually can't believe that. I've probably been in this battle for about an hour. Oh, fuck you, game. I feel like if I have the fire armlet equipped, there's a chance that I might be able to, like, mitigate the effects of the tentacle attacking me and then being attacked afterwards by Ruby. Because I'll absorb, like, one of the attacks it can potentially use. Because I think... Nah, but I've seen Shadow Flare and stuff. But I feel like it might be beneficial. It might be worth it. Let me have a look. One materia is going to go, but which one is it? Let me get rid of W item. And at least that way I won't be exploiting the glitch in order to do it. So it'll be a little bit more natural. Alright, here we go. This time I'm going to see what happens if I ignore the tentacles and I just keep damaging Ruby Weapon. I want to see if there's any possibility of survival like that. Because at least it stops using like his big slap attack and stuff. So I'll try to do the whole battle like buffed up and with the tentacles being left alive. Part of me thinks that's a huge risk, but we'll see. I wonder if I'm still in haste. That's something I should be testing out. Right, okay. So let's do the maths here. 18 times 330. About 5,400 damage. Is basically the same as landing 2 hits, so it's not really all that different, to be honest. Now I guess when Ruby runs out of skill power as well, then that's also good. But I managed to get it in on time. So as long as I can get this X potion in on time when I drop to really dangerous HP, I think I should be okay. So even if I didn't there, I would have been healed by Ruby Flame, so it's not looking too bad. I think once the skill power is used up, we're not going to see ultimate either, so it's going to play even more in my favour. This might be a better way to do it. But this is just such a big risk every time that I'm not sure if I can catch that timing every single time. Without regen, this just becomes very dangerous. And of course I shouldn't leave my MP that low because then I won't be able to summon. Then I won't be able to cast life if I get taken out. So it's all kind of... it all has its own risks. See, I got lucky that time. That was luck. So yeah, without regen it's a bit difficult as well. See, that time, why did it do 4,600? That doesn't make sense. I think it has two different ones. Sometimes it uses that, sometimes it doesn't. Maybe I'll play only with counter attacks here. Then again, I've used that now, so that's not going to help. Shadow Flow is a huge move, man. Nice. Barrett is not having that. Oh, for God's sake. There you go. So this is an example of where I didn't get the timing right, and I didn't have regen. Yeah. So I think playing while the tentacles are still there seems very, very, very dangerous. Keep dying, man. Nope. Bye-bye. So it's every single time it's that spike that does 95% damage and then followed by an attack that I can't save. So how am I supposed to escape that? I'm not seeing a way. Not with my current situation. Because I don't think there's any kind of material or anything that's going to be able to help me. I mean, I like the fact that I can heal from the fire, which only gets used when the tentacles are out, but... Okay, so I think one thing I'm going to do before I even continue here is to, I think, get 16,000 more AP in order to get this to level 5, because right now it only counts 80% of the time. So there's certain situations where instead of like getting in an attack or getting in an item or a regen or whatever it is, I'm missing out on that opportunity. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back to the North Cave for a little bit, and I'm going to get that counter on point, because I feel like without it, it's going to be very, very difficult. Even something small like that can swing into my favour, I think it's definitely going to make a difference. So I think it's worth taking like 15-20 minutes out in order to do that.